How's it going, everyone? Mike here. July 25th. What I want to do is I want to look at some trending keywords and I want to look at some trending niches for, I guess, specifically today. And then I think when it comes to uh, the niche hunter function here, we're going to be looking at top ranked products for this week. I figured, and we can look at some different dates as well, but I mean, it just makes sense to do today because that kind of gives you an idea for the following week. But people are asking me questions from time to time about keywords, about niches, like how do you even look up uh, or find the right keywords? How do you figure out, which niche to attack? And like there are so many questions, and those are kind of the hardest things to figure out. So again, what I'm doing right now is using Merchant Former. This is one of their uh, tools, one of their functions. This is the keyword cloud. And as you can see here, for example, it has different marketplaces: United States, UK, United Kingdom, and Germany. As you can see here, for example, this is all in German. This is, of course, English, but it's different trends. And then United States. We're going to be looking at this. With this one, there's not much to really dig into. What we can do, for example, when we're looking at these words, and as you can see here, again, keep in mind what this is. This is a keyword cloud, so this is what people are looking for, and this is the number of searches, and it's based on one word, two words, and three words. So what we can do from here is basically get a sense of what people are looking for. And keep in mind where we are. This is the end of July, so people are shopping for August, September, right? So you want to kind of think that maybe a month, couple of months in advance if you're attacking something aggressively. So for example, first let's just look at one word and then we'll kind of build on that because you want to put things together, different phrases, and especially when we come to this keyword cloud trending phrases, we're going to see, for example, if there's any repetition or if there are certain things that keep showing up, but different variations of that. So as you can see here, birthday, vintage, retro, graphic, right? So these are all the very common keywords that people would be using again for a birthday gift, and then the vintage is just the style of the design, and it would be like one of these, for example, uh, one of these designs that looks like that, and I've seen thousands of them, and they're all available for different categories. Retro, graphic, old, flag. So there's nothing here, for example, that can give us a lot of information because it's just one word, right? Now, when we move to two words, and now you can start tying this together because, for example, when people are looking for birthday gifts, and we're getting more specific, they're using a term such as years old. So, for example, you can title your product something like birthday, and I know we can't use gift, but birthday gift for 12 years old or something like that, right? Where you're using the keywords and then you want those search terms to be picked up, to be used by customers when they're searching for products, and then your product would actually show up in their search. As you can see here, for example, retro and vintage, there's a combination of those two. So this is the second and the third uh, most search terms, and for example, they go together as well. So, and then we continue with birthday boy and the variations of that. Now, when we go a little further and we start looking at three words, uh, we can, for example, connect these kinds of things like first day and then back to school and things like that, right? So now when we're looking at three words, as I said, people are already planning for September, right? So back to school, just a girl who loves, and so on. This is actually interesting because 4th of July is still active, and I've seen it on using a few different tools through Merchant Former when it comes to certain trends and things like that, and people are still buying that American themed kind of like U.S. flag. Uh, I don't even know what else. It's the whole kind of like patriotic theme. So there's nothing really here, for example, that gives us uh, huge amounts of information. It basically just gives us a sense of the keywords we should be using. For example, if we're going to be listing products in a few different categories, and the few different categories would be birthday, back to school, patriotic, retro, vintage, all that kind of stuff, American flag. So that's the information that we can pull from here. Then we go further, right? Now what we're doing is we're looking at trending phrases. So this was keyword cloud and all based on the number of hits. Now we're going into trending stuff. So this is stuff that has recently started trending. And I was in the UK just because I was doing some research before I started recording this, but let's look at the US. As you can see here, what's trending right now is number one, overwhelmingly, we're looking at pop sockets. And as you can see here, for example, when people are searching for pop sockets, they're looking for pop grip. They're looking for swappable grip for phones, right? So if you're thinking, because for example, you can't use the word pop socket, it's trademarked, and then it also will be included in the title once you push the product and make it live. But if you're looking for different combinations, what you want to do is you want to consider some of these because it stands for phones, right? These are the things that people are looking for. And again, keep in mind what this is. These are trending phrases for July 25th of 2021. So today, what is trending is phones, pop sockets, cases, all that kind of stuff, right? And actually, I was surprised to see for two words for this kind of stuff like the throw pillows, tote bags to be trending, especially like all of these, like these are all throw pillows because they're uh, the 16 by 16 size. So that to me is interesting because I actually didn't think that those products uh, were selling in these kinds of numbers. I always assumed that pop sockets and t-shirts and clothing would actually be hits, but as you can see here, there's something to be said about those products that are available. And I always whenever I'm thinking, because I remember when Amazon introduced those products, people were saying, "Oh, I'm not going to be listing them. I'm sticking to t-shirts," right? And my thought was always kind of like, there's no way that Amazon would put out a product that would not sell. Like there's no way that Amazon doesn't do their research and say these are exactly the that would be selling, right? Because they know, like there's no way that Amazon decides to put a throw pillow up for sale, versus a coffee mug if they didn't know that it would actually generate sales. So anyways, that was always my kind of theory. So now it's just kind of like a confirmation to see that yes, people are actually looking for this. When it comes to the actual like kind of like niche or category, there really isn't much information, right? Because these are very generic terms. These are product terms. But then if we go to forwards, then we can start to get some information, like just a girl who, again, Cleveland, hometown Indian tribe. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. Leopard gecko, pet leopard. Okay, again, so as you can see here, there are definitely certain trends that are showing up over and over. I'm just not familiar with them. So anyway, this is what we're looking for, and then again, birthdays and back to school keep coming up. So again, it's end of July and people are planning, right? So that's it for that. And then let's look at the niche hunter. So these are the trending niches, right? Top ranked for this week. And I look at this from time to time, and it's interesting to see that some of them keep coming back. Some of them are hovering around, like RBG shirts. Like these ones don't go away. Like this is what sells. But then, as you can see here, for example, Hawaiian shirts, and these are the kinds of designs, right? now people are looking, and look at this. This is a Santa one. So, is it possible that, like uh, people are already considering these kinds of designs? I don't know. Ireland shirt, I've actually seen this trend in a few marketplaces. So again, it's just basically, like as you see, Ireland shirt, and you can see Ireland, and that's it. It's a flag. Be Kind shirts have been around for a while. Again, as you can see here, this is the search volume, and uh, and so on. So sister shirts, uh, Nirvana, that's for sure trademarked, and then as we go on. So for example, pirate shirts. I don't have any pirate shirts for sale, and now I'm thinking, should I? I mean, of course, I think is the answer, but I'm just saying, like, why is this trending now? And sometimes, like, if a certain movie's coming out, or if there's like a book coming out, then you see certain niches, certain categories trend more or more often, especially as we get closer to the release of that movie or book or whatever it is, right? Uh, but this actually, I love this tool because, like, I can, for example, click on these, and it'll bring us to the product page. Uh, but even like fiance shirt, is it that now, is it the wedding season? Is this when people, get engaged? Like, I would love to look at those statistics, because, for example, I understand that people get engaged throughout the year, but I think around Christmas and New Year's, and maybe again summer months, people get engaged more, people get married, right? So these are all the types of things that you want to consider when you're thinking what kinds of designs you're going to be putting up. And one thing that I've actually learned about, or I guess learned from doing this for a couple of years, is that you will never run out of categories. Like, people are talking about being over, like the merch by Amazon specifically being so oversaturated with products, and I completely agree. I think there's like people are pumping out same kinds of products, same types of ideas, keywords, and I'm guilty of that too, right? Uh, but this kind of information just tells you that there is so much more. For example, we can go to page 2, we go page 3, right? There is just so much that you can design, that you can put out, and it will sell. Like, if we're looking at the search volume here, it's crazy, it's incredible, right? So basically, what I get from this is, the keywords that we've looked at, and these kinds of niches, is that there's just, you can always find a little category to kind of put your products in, and there's, like, if you do, for example, if we were to do some additional research here, when it comes to some of these, we could find where it gives us like 100 products in the search results versus 10,000. So based on that kind of information, you can decide you know which category to go into, what you should put your time into. And anyways, I love this tool. Merch Informer is honestly, um, probably after Merch Titans Automation, some of the best stuff that I've seen, some of the best tools. And for years I've gone without this kind of information. It was like a big guessing game. But for now, I really, really, really like the kind of information that's offered through some of these tools. Not only Merch Informer, not only Merch Titans Automation, but I'm going to be looking at some other things because there's so many other resources to use. And I think if you put all that information together, you can really come up with some creative ideas, some you know categories, some designs that could really sell. And with all of this kind of stuff, I always go back to, all it takes is work, and sometimes people are afraid of that because not everybody wants to sit at the computer for 6 hours a day doing this kind of stuff. But if I guess if you want to be successful, you have to do it, and sometimes success takes years to come your way. But if you're committed, you're going to start out with making, $10 a day, $10 a month, maybe $100 a month, 1,000, and then it goes from there. So the longer you stay in the game, the better it is for you. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. These are the keywords, trending keywords. trending phrases, and then some of the niches. Hopefully this information useful to you. I'll talk to you guys soon.